Yo. What's good, man? This is your boy at DFSMasterMind _ over on Twitter. Thank you for clicking on the video. Today, we have 7 games to look at, man. Got a 7-game slate. The date is June the 5th. So, man, let's get into it, man. I'm going to give you my quick hits. I'm going to give you my top plays, who I want to target, what game stacks I like, and what teams I'm looking at, man. Of course, I gotta start off with pitching. I think for the most part, my top 2 pitchers for tonight, I'm definitely looking at some Gio Gonzalez going up against a Dodgers team who looks like they're running out their B lineup, man. They don't have that many hitters, that I really fear in this lineup. So I'm gonna take a chance on a left-hander, man. We know LA, they tend to struggle against lefties a little more. They have a ton of left-handed bats, so they're gonna run out their right-handed lineup tonight with Franklin Gutierrez and Hernandez, Barnes, just a bunch of righties, man, who are not premier bats. So I'm gonna be down with that, man. I think Gio's in a good spot, playing in a pitcher's ballpark as well. The next pitcher I'm looking at is definitely gonna be my boy, the Shark, Jeff Samardzija, going up against Milwaukee. And like I said, man, Milwaukee always scares me a little bit. I feel like we should respect them a little bit more than we do. But with that being said, man, they strike out a ton. Jeff Samardzija's been striking out people left and right, man. He's on top of his game, man. I think he should be in a pretty decent spot tonight. They have an implied run total of 3.9, so those are going to be my top pitching options. Maybe as a tournament play, I'll look at Eddie Butler. Once again, I took a chance on him the last time he played. Didn't have a really good game, man, but I think we can take a chance on him going up against the Marlins in Chicago. And the wind is blowing in, so that's a positive. I think he can strike out a few people, man, so he'll be my tournament option. But as far as cash, man, Jeff and Gio Gonzalez are my top 2 pitchers. As far as bats, man, let's talk about it. We got to get you some stacks in. The first game on the slate is the Cardinals and Reds. Implied run total 5.1 to a 4.5. In this one, man, I want to get some Cardinal bats, man. They're going up against Asher Wojciechowski. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, man, but this guy is a reliever turned starter. Y'all know that's one of my big golden rules, man. We got to look for that. They're playing in a small ballpark, and I think we can see these Cardinals getting it rolling, man. So that's definitely the Cardinals is a big part of my stack. I think they're all in a good spot. A game stack, man. The next game on the slate, Philly and Atlanta. This is the highest scoring game on the slate. We have Nick Pivetta versus Bartolo Colon. Implied run total 4.9 to a 5.3. They're playing in Atlanta. If this game plays, man, it has a light rain concern. So does the Reds game. If these games play, man, I'm going to be stacking the shit out of these 2 games. I think these are the most positive ballparks as far as hitter ballparks. And we gonna see a ton of runs, man. So those are my 2 games that I'm keying in on. Carlos Martinez, I think he's a really decent pitcher, so I'm not necessarily trying to stack against him. Even though we can do some one-offs with some of these Reds, it wouldn't surprise me if a few of these guys went deep tonight. But as far as total bats, good positions, good parks. I'm definitely looking at these 2 games to start off with. The next game we have on the slate, we got the Giants versus the Brewers, 4.2 to a 3.9. Like I said, I like the Shark, man, so I'm not going to have any Brewers bets. Junior Guerra, he used to be trash, man, but I think he actually put together a couple good starts. But with that being said, man, I think there's better spots. I'm not going to necessarily try to stack against him. Even though now that I'm thinking about it, Miller Park is a top park as far as runs being scored. maybe the Giants can get it rolling, man. But the Giants, I never feel super comfortable rostering these guys. But we could look at them as a cheap option. Right now, they're not. They actually been rolling a little bit. I know they scored 9 runs against the Phillies one game. Had a couple big wins, man. So maybe they're starting to get it going. Buster Posey is definitely always in play. My boy Hunter Pence is back, man. Oh snap, man. He slick. He's like one of my favorite players, man. I might have to. He only had 1 at bat in his last game. So I'm sure tonight he'll probably be in the actual lineup. So he'll be getting 4 at bats. We can definitely look at him. You know what? We're gonna put the Giants down as a little stack, man. Of course, we got the game stack with Atlanta and Philly. We always want to target American Great Ballpark, and then as a sneaky stack, man, we can look at the Giants, man. I think they're definitely in play now. Now that I'm looking at it, man, I think they're straight, man. We can get Spain and Belt as the 2 left-handers, man. If you want to do a 1 through 4 stack. Feel free, man, because Junior Guerra, he's not going to shut down anybody, but he's not a bum, man. I think he can hold his own. But positive ballpark. Giants have been rolling a little bit. They're getting a lineup back together. Maybe we can see something happen. So I'm actually write them down, and I will have a Giant stack out there today, and I will do 1 through 4, man. If it comes out and it's Span, Belt, Pence, Posey, I will do that, man. Next game we got the Marlins versus the Cubs, 3.9 to a 4.2. I said Eddie Butler maybe as a GPP option, which I still feel the same way. We can always look at Cubs bats, man. If you got a good feeling about the Cubbies, play them. They're explosive. They tend to play better when they're at home, so they're off this long road trip. Going up against Dan Strelly, they should be in a pretty decent spot. But I'm not too excited about that stack. Now, stack we all know is the Houston Astros. 5.2 to a 4.4 run total. Mike Fiers versus Ian Kennedy. These Astros are cold, man. The best team in baseball. They've been rolling. Feel free to stack up against Kennedy. I know last year I was fooled, man. I thought he was a lot better pitcher than what he actually is. But he's been struggling this year, man. So I think we can take advantage of him. Next game, we got the Blue Jays versus the Athletics. Come here. You leaving? Mm-hmm. You want to make a debut? Say what's up to my lady. Hey! I'll see you. Bless up. Drive safe.
All right, well, love you.
Love you too. Next game, we got the Blue Jays versus the Athletics. We got Jay Happ versus Sean Manaea, 4 to a 4.1. In this game, man, I'm not really touching too much. The Athletics has a decent pitcher's ballpark. I don't want any other pitchers though, so that's kind of it's kind of dead for me. Now, as far as hitters, even though it's a negative ballpark, we can look at these Blue Jays, man, because, like I said, they got back to full health. They've been rolling, man. Definitely some of these right-handeds going up against the left-hander. And we got some wind blowing out, actually, so maybe Donaldson to hit one out. He's been getting it popping, man. He's been shaking it. Tulo's always in play. Smoke. We got a few options, man. But as far as pitching, I'm gonna stay away. But I'm not too excited about the hitters in this ballpark. So I think they're viable if you want to do a couple one-offs. Feel free, but nothing big in my eyes. Next game we have the Nationals versus the Dodgers. I just got done talking about Gio Gonzalez, and I know I'm going up against Vegas. Maybe I'm hard-headed. Maybe I don't listen. But, the implied run total 3.8 to a 4.3. Gio versus Rua. I don't have any love for Rua, man. I don't think he's a good pitcher. And And I don't know why he's favored to win this game. Maybe he's just a home bump. He's at home. It's the LA Dodgers. Everybody loves the Dodgers. But I think we're gonna see Gio show up real nice tonight, man. If the projected lineup stays put, there's not a single bat in here that I fear besides Corey Seager. Chris Taylor, he has been on fire, man. He's been rolling. But if it stays like that, man, I am willing to roll him out in every single one of my lineups. And I know Gio Gonzalez is a bit of a he's a wild card, man. I know last year he was like super uber consistent. He wouldn't have those blow up starts. He's already had a few this year, but maybe we can see him get on pace, man, get on track. And I'm really big on him tonight, man. I'm in love with him, so that's where I'm looking. So of course I'm gonna cancel out my Dodger bats. I'm not gonna use any. And then up against Rua, I don't respect him, man. So Ryan Zimmerman is in play. He's been rolling. Bryce Harper's back off the suspension. Maybe he looks to send one deep. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Rendon is always a good play, man. He's one of the best third basemen in the league. So we can look at a few options from the Washington side as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, not too much else, man. I think that's pretty much going to do it. I'm going to give you a quick recap, man. My top pitching, we got Gio Gonzalez, Jeff Samardzija. We locking those two guys in, especially on DraftKings, man. We're going to roll with it. And stacks, we looking at a game stack, Philly and the Braves. We looking at it on the Cardinals and Cincinnati Reds. We can look at that as a game stack as well if you want to, but I'm mainly leaning towards the Cardinal side of things. I just think they're in a better position going up against a much weaker pitcher, and I respect Carlos Martinez, so I don't really want to go at him. Low-key stack, man. I talked myself into the Giants, man, so we're going to put them down as a low-key stack. The Cubs, of course, if you want to take a shot on Cubbies, you definitely can. I wouldn't try to talk you out of that. Eddie Butler is going to be my GPP cheap pitcher. And then Astro stack is always in play. If you want to pick on Sean Manaea with some of these right-handeds from Toronto, feel free. And, of course, a few one-offs on Washington bats, man. I think that's going to do it. This is your boy at DFSMasterMind _. This is Quick Hits for June the 5th. I want y'all to bless up, get to the cash line, cash out, man. Let's go. We got to get it. Hit me up on Twitter, man, if you need anything. And please hit me with a like, man. It'll help me out. I appreciate y'all. Bless up.